Mackey Motors in Lake City is the place to find new and certified used vehicles, along with a knowledgeable and helpful sales staff. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City.
Welcoming you back here in the Mackey Motors postgame show. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Carly Fischer with the East Raiders joining us here after they pick up a 3-1 victory here tonight against South Central Cal. And you can see the smile on her face. She picks up that match-ending kill here tonight. After a tough first set here tonight for you and the girls, had to feel really good about how the way you guys came out and played those last 3 sets.
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely a slow start. I mean, we had a different rotation senior night, had to get everybody in. It's just a thing we've always done. So we had to overcome the first game loss, and we took what we could do.
What's the emotion like getting ready? It's South Central Calhoun, your biggest rival in the conference. Always usually seems to have something to do with the conference championship, but it's also senior night. How do you fight through those emotions to get focused on the match?
There was a lot of nerves coming into the night, senior night, and I mean, SEC again has always been our rival. So we knew we just needed to do what we know how to do and play our game and play above what they were playing. So once we figured out where they were trying to go and what they were trying to do, we had to overcome and then hit their holes.
It looked like to me their serve gave you guys a little bit of trouble there in that first set. How did you adjust? What did you see that you adjusted to for the rest of the night?
Our serve receive is honestly one of our weakest points, so we had to adjust on where we could see the server. They were kind of like doing a little bit of obstruction, but we overcame that, and we had to focus on where the ball was over the net, and once we knew where it was, we got the pass up.
Looked like to me as tonight as well, the donut and tipping to that left corner seemed to be open, and you took advantage of that. So did Meredith, so did even Kate, who we'll talk to. What did you guys see defensively where you knew that when you couldn't get a big swing that you could go ahead and tip and find those open areas?
Yep, when they had their big block up, they have a big block. That's one of their strong suits. They're usually right over the block or right in their donut is always open. It's hard to see them because their block is so big, so if you can hide what you're doing and tip at the last second, it's done.
What's this win mean for you and for this group of girls? You stay in first place, I know that in the conference, but to beat your rival on senior night.
Oh, it's amazing. It's been a long season. We've been really working hard on teamwork, and tonight showed what we've been working on all season. Well,
Carly, great job tonight. Glad to see you came up to interview, so I appreciate that, and have a great night.
Thanks, Jeff.
You bet. Carly Fischer joining us, so we're going to get Kate Vondrak over here on the headphones, and Kate, you can spin that other one. There you go. Carly will help you there. That way she can hear on both of them. And Kate Vondrak now joining us here in the postgame. Congratulations, Kate. Outstanding effort for you and for the girls tonight. What stood out for you about how the Raiders played?
Our front row and our blocking got us really good today. We got a lot of blocks and kills between the outsides and middles, just hitting their seams and hitting across them.
Carly talked a little bit about their big block tonight. How did you feel like you were able to attack it, and where did you find kind of the weaknesses in that block tonight as the match went on?
When I was up against their bigger blocker, she always went to the left of me, so I just hit right and got a kill almost every time.
Just a sophomore, but you play above that in years with your experience. What do you feel like is your strength as a volleyball player?
My strength would be my front row, I think, just finding out where to hit the ball and where to go with everything.
I find that interesting because I really like watching you play back row. Not that you're not a great hitter, but I think you look comfortable back there. How good do you think you are in the back row, and where can you get better?
I think I can get better on just facing my target and getting those line shots up, because I know I missed a few of those tonight from Riley Bowda. But once I get that figured out, I think I'll have it.
Talk about the blocking for you and the Raiders tonight. That's something that's always been a strength of this team and this program. How do you feel like you guys got your blocks tonight, got touches on the ball? Did you feel like you defended them well at the net?
Yeah, I think we did. Once we really needed to set our double block up, because if we didn't, then they'd hit our seam, and most of the time it was a kill. But once we got that figured out and followed the ball and set it right up, we got the block.
How do you like how you served tonight? Did you feel pretty comfortable back there? Where were you looking to attack?
I was mainly looking in left back, the left seam between the libero and the left back, and usually got it.
Well, I tell you what, great job out of you tonight. Appreciate you coming up. I think first interview you've done, so appreciate you coming up. Great job here tonight.
Thank you.
You bet. Kate Vondrak joining us. I think we've got head coach Brenda Olerich making her way here into the postgame, and we'll get some comments here with Coach. Coach, congratulations. You stay alone in first place in the conference. That's got to be huge. And after dropping that first set, came back and I thought took control of the match here tonight. Struggled a little bit in that third set, but able to pull out the win. But I thought you were really in control in sets 2 and 4.
I think the girls really exerted themselves really well when they were doing stuff on the court, and it seemed like they were more comfortable in sets 2 and 4. So I'd probably say, yeah, they've probably felt pretty in control for those.
struggled a little bit, I thought, with the pass and the serve receive in that first set tonight. Carly talked about, serve receive being a weakness. What did you guys see from them? What did you adjust to or between that first and second set? Because I thought you came out second set, serve received much better.
The girls just kind of realized that if you can't see the server and the serve's coming over the opposite team, right there, we just have to adjust. And once they got that in their heads, they just decided, you know what, we're not going to let that be a downfall. We'll adjust, we'll figure it out. And I think that's what they did.
Were you happy with the way your team swung tonight, and well as the tips, the donut, and the free areas tonight? Because it looked like there was a lot of communication on what was open and where to go.
I think they did a really good job talking with each other about what they saw. We always kind of joke around that there's swinging away and then there's smart ball. And I think tonight they really put to work the smart ball and trying to find the holes, and they swung when they needed to. So I think they were able to put together a pretty decent game with both.
Serve tonight, happy with the way the girls served tonight?
Well, you always can work on it all the time. Nobody's 100%. So, but yeah, I think we did a pretty decent job. We need to make sure that when it's key moments, we make sure the ball's over and in. More so important that than just getting it, in and an ace. So I'm hoping that they kind of understand that, and they just want to get the serve in and play it out.
Got a chance to get all your seniors in tonight at the beginning, and I thought really important to get Olivia Grody in there for just a moment. Such an important part of this team early on, and then suffered that injury. You're hoping to get her back before the postseason, but just having her out on the floor, even if it was for a point or two early tonight, what did that mean to this team, do you think?
She wanted to. We didn't know if it was possible, so we said, do the checking and figure this out. But yeah, they cleared her for 1 point only in the back row. And so we were like, okay. And I think that was huge. That was really nice that she was able to get in her senior night. I know it meant a lot to her. I know the girls really do miss her. Not that they don't like having the other girls step in, but they do miss her. There's a comfort level because they played so long together.
Alta Aurelia coming up next week. They're sitting one game behind you coming into tonight. What are you looking at? Have you had a chance to look ahead at them at all?
No, we haven't watched any game film on them or anything like that. We practice, if you can pass the ball, you can set that ball up, you can hit that ball, and then we'll work on blocking it when it comes back. So we haven't really studied for them. We're just working what we need to work on to make sure that we're a complete team when we go face them.
Well, Coach, appreciate you joining us here tonight. Congratulations on the victory. Best of luck coming up next week.
Thank you.
Brenda Olerich again with the ESAC Raiders.